Showing boys playing on girls' teams is anything but fair. It's dangerous. This isn't about the suspected transgender kid. It really isn't. We should all have compassion for anybody who's going through such a difficult and confusing time as a teenager. So just put him or her, or however they would like to be identified, aside for a second. This is about all the other girls on the court. They also deserve fairness. There's nothing fair about playing against people born of the opposite sex who are twice one size. There's nothing fair about getting beat up on a basketball court where the referees live in fear of trans activists. There's nothing. Sylvia Hatchell's with us, former head basketball coach for the University of North Carolina Lady Tar Heels, the 5th most career wins in women's college basketball history. In an odd way, are you happy of all the issues that you had to deal with that this wasn't one of them?
Yes, I am. And I would like to pat the coach on the back for taking his team off and taking a stand, because, you know, playing against transgenders, it's not fair and it's not equal.
Clearly a difference, right? Average male player, 6 feet, wingspan 5'6", vertical jump 28 inches. Average women's players, 5'6", I think this is in high school, 5'2", and a 20-inch wingspan. There's no comparison here, and obviously we can see the video. This individual we're talking about is over 6 feet tall, clearly physically very different. Do you have any idea why?
Riley, that school never even apologized for their male player injuring 3 girls and having the game called off at halftime. No apology.
Of course they didn't apologize. Not only did they not apologize, they doubled down on this stance. That's what they did, Jesse. And look, that's the law that Massachusetts has in place, which is ultimately the problem here. It's incredibly hard for these schools to protect these girls when they have no jurisdiction to do so. The state doesn't protect these girls, which let me just add here. Massachusetts female governor, mind-blowing, I know. A few months ago, this was the incident, the field hockey incident of Dighton Rehoboth, where a young girl was hit in the face by a male player, lost all her teeth, had to undergo dental surgery and facial surgeries to reconstruct her jaw. That is what female Governor Healey is subjecting these girls and these teams to.
Well, Healey's insane, and everybody that goes along this is insane. Do you think that there should be nonviolent resistance? I think they should just sit on the court and say no. We're not playing. We're not going to play a game against a team with guys in it and get hurt.
Absolutely, I do. Props to this coach for walking out and forfeiting the rest of the game. That's definitely a step in the right direction. I believe the girls should sit on the court. I believe the men's basketball team should sit on the court. And what we really need to see desperately across this nation is parents willing to take a stand. We need moms and dads who are willing to defend their daughters. That is what is lacking. But these parents, they're terrified, which is a travesty.
Yeah, and if I were the parents for female Rodman, I'd say, you know what, Mikey, or whatever your name is, why don't you go play on the boys' team, okay? You're hurting women, and it's not right. They need to get it together. Not a book plug, but a wonderfully spontaneous book plug for Get It Together, which you can pre-order now at Amazon. Riley Gaines, thank you so much.
Thank you, Jesse.
Yo, 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 it's Big Ant, the spokesman, man. We back. Another edition of Urban Politicians TV, UPTV. Make sure you stay on your pivot at all times, man. Had to come tap in, and I do want to make myself clear. I didn't need no girls to get hurt, thrown on the ground, or get any type of injuries to be 1,000% against any nigga going out there suiting up and playing with girls, especially as kids in high school, middle school, elementary, or anything with that. These niggas don't need to be using the bathroom with kids, going in the locker room with kids, or none of that, nigga. If you got balls between your legs, you can identify as what you want to identify as, but as long as you got nuts, or you, not as long as you got nuts, if you was born with nuts, nigga, that means you got male hormones and things going through your body. Your build is different. Your makeup, your chemical balance, you are male species, nigga. At the end of the day, there's 2 different types of species with humans on Earth. And you can identify it as what you want to, but you on the side of the male. Whatever you want to call it. You need to be separated from the women when it comes to things like this, especially when they getting hurt. And I had a link in the description where you can watch that in full on Fox as this incident is getting real out there in Massachusetts. And I don't need to see all the details exactly what city this went in with or anything like that. But Boosie caught wind of it and went to Twitter and said this: the female rodman is hurting all the girls on a basketball court in Massachusetts. 2 months ago, a trans knocks a girl teeth out her mouth. Like, what the F? Parents need to stop letting their kids play against female rodmans. Schools across the country need to forfeit every game. This is not fair to our kids in this nation. This is sick. They say he has a full beard. Oh my God. Parents, we have to fight for our kids' dreams and rights. Knocking our daughters' teeth out? Parents, we have to do something about this, simple as that. It's unfair. They need their own league. And I'm 1,000% agreeing with Boosie right here. Ain't no other way to sugarcoat it. I'm not trying to let y'all confuse me into thinking another way because of how somebody feel as opposed to how it really is. How somebody feel they want to be, what somebody is going through mentally, and what they want to identify as to what it really is. You are stronger, you are faster, it's documented, you got all these things as an advantage. You got more power, you can hurt these girls out here. And it ain't fair. That nigga that was out there swimming was trash as a nigga swimming with the men, and then all of a sudden he go out there and take these girls' medal out there in the water, my nigga. We not finna sit up here and sugarcoat this. You ain't scoring nothing when you out there playing with the niggas, but now you go out there and score with the girls because these people want to have a stance with what they want to have is their own right. No, that's not fair. That ain't right, and y'all know that ain't right. If you was born with balls in between your legs, my nigga, you don't need to be competing with women. It is what it is. If you want to be, a nigga that cut your balls off and going through all the other stuff and identifying as whatever, your strength and your stuff is not going away, my nigga. And y'all need to start waiting till y'all become adults, bro. And I know some of y'all dummies gonna try to say, well, Boosie's daughter is gay or whatever. Knock it off. That's something completely different. We don't care what you want to identify as or who you want to be attracted to as long as it's a kid. And her being a woman that dates girls and likes women is not her going out here, and she's not a man. She's a girl. She's a woman at the end of the day. She's living her life fine. If you want to live your life, that's on that. But this is completely two different conversations of a nigga taking advantage of his strength, power, and what he was born up under to go on in another direction, my nigga. Y'all need to knock this off. Y'all want to call America in God we trust, but y'all want to disrespect everything under God at this point. And I said it the other day, it's crazy. All these people will go out here, disrespect God, talk down on God, and say God isn't real, but then acknowledge and don't denounce the devil. How does that work? And it's crazy because my stepmother brought this story up to me the other day, and it kind of went in one end. I know we talked about it when we talked about it. I was like, yeah, that's wild. I'm against that. And then now it's all over the place as Boosie spoke on it, so I had to come tap in. Tell me what y'all think. We got more coming, more videos, all that 1,000 for shit show. Stay on your pivot.